Hello and welcome to Getting Started on YouTube for Civic Creators. My name is Alex Paterson, Civics Lead for YouTube in Canada. In this video, we are going to cover everything you need to know about getting started on YouTube. We'll first take a look at YouTube's mission and scale, and then what makes YouTube unique, where we'll discuss some different ways to think about the platform and your approach to making content. Then we'll dive into our Getting Started guide, where we'll discuss finding your why, content planning, content creation, and content discovery. Then we'll briefly discuss analytics and how to get the most out of your channel's data. Then we'll sum it all up and suggest some next steps for you to explore as you continue your journey. Our goal is to cover the basics so you can grow your channel and reach new audiences. So if you're in politics, government, the public service, or even in advocacy or labor, and you're thinking about getting started on YouTube, you're in the right spot. To start, let's talk about YouTube's scale and impact, so you have a better understanding of the audience potential on the platform. YouTube's mission is to give everyone a voice and show them the world. We do this by educating, inspiring, entertaining, and providing equitable access to billions of people every day. Our global scale is truly impressive. Billions of monthly logged in users, billions of hours watched each day in over 100 countries around the world. In Canada, we're the #1 destination to watch video, with over 98% of Canada's online population using the platform. We're also the first thing that comes to mind for Gen Z when it comes to video content. A big driver of that comes from YouTube Shorts, which recently surpassed 70 billion average daily views globally and 2 billion monthly logged in users engaging in the shorter side of YouTube. If you're interested in a short-specific training video, click the link in the description below where I go over some best practices for shorts content creation and discovery. As a platform that operates at a truly global scale, responsibility is at the heart of everything we do. We apply what we call our 4 R's framework to everything on our platform. We remove content that is violative of our community guidelines. We raise content from authoritative sources like health or elections information. We reduce the spread of harmful or borderline content, and we reward partners and top creators. For more information about our community guidelines, which we encourage all creators to read and understand, I've put a link in the description of this video below. Next, let's talk about what makes YouTube unique and how to think about content creation for a video-first platform. And the best place to start is to think about the audience. People come to YouTube for all different reasons. They come to be inspired, to have access, to learn, to be entertained. If you think about your own time on YouTube, it's probably a mix of all 4. Maybe you need to watch a how-to video, or you want to catch a trailer for an upcoming release, or watch a live stream from one of your favorite DIY creators. For civic creators, YouTube is and should be a powerful tool in your digital strategy for reaching that audience. With 98% of Canada's online population on the platform, YouTube is uniquely positioned to help civic creators build a brand and reach new audiences, own moments and messaging, deepen relationships with constituents, and drive and inspire offline action. But while YouTube is a powerful part of your overall digital strategy, it also has unique characteristics that make it different from social media platforms. While we have some common areas, things like reach, followers, or in our case, subscribers, we also have unique metrics like watch time or average view duration, or search metrics like impression and share. Understanding that YouTube is both a video and search platform where discoverability factors into a video's performance helps you get into the mindset of creating for a curious audience. YouTube is also a more immersive experience where users watch videos completely, listen with the sound on, and in full screen. It is also home to multi-format creation. While YouTube started with long-form videos that we all know and love, we also now host live stream, podcasting, and shorts, not to mention all the incredible artists that call YouTube music home. We'll talk about this mix in a bit and how you can build a content strategy that makes the most out of those powerful creation tools. But far and away, the #1 thing that makes YouTube unique is our incredible, talented, and inspiring creators. In Canada, we have creators of all backgrounds making it big around the world. And as we'll discuss later, they make amazing partners for your next collaboration opportunity. Okay, let's dive into getting started on YouTube. Whether you're launching from scratch or restarting an older channel, this is where you begin your journey. In this section, we'll talk about taking your first steps. Then we'll discuss building a content plan, followed by some tips for content creation. Then we'll wrap up by talking a little bit about content discovery and how videos are recommended on the platform. Let's start with first steps. These are the things you should do before you hit record. Before anything, you have to start with answering the question, why? Having a channel is an expression of your unique point of view and experience. So you should spend some time figuring out why you have a channel and why people should subscribe. Consider questions like, who is your ideal viewer? How old are they? What's their demographic or political affiliation? What do you want your audience to gain from your content? Are you giving general knowledge, providing entertainment, providing understanding of current events or news? And what value can you or your organization uniquely offer? Don't skip this step, because spending time up front thinking about your personal mission on YouTube will help guide the kind of content you create and help audiences better understand why they should subscribe. The next step is to secure and manage your channel's access. So you have a channel now, and if you're a one-person show, that's fairly straightforward. But if you're a bigger team, office, campaign, or organization, you will definitely want to spend time assigning different roles and permissions. Next, you'll want to get your channel verified, secure your custom handle, and enable key features. You can do that by navigating to youtube.com/features, and to secure your handle, that's your @username, go to youtube.com/handle. Note that verification requests are subject to approval and may take some time to process. Now, it's time to start thinking about your branding. Your channel has a lot of real estate for custom branding that communicates to your audience who you are and what they can expect from you. A channel banner can highlight your credentials, preview your content style and tone, share your social links, and inform viewers of when you'll be posting content. A channel avatar, or sometimes called a profile picture, is a signature image or logo that represents your channel and will be visible when leaving comments, community posts, or live chats, among other things. Your channel name is the primary title for your channel page. It should be clear, searchable, and succinct. Note that this is different from your @handle. For individuals, we recommend your full name. For organizations, we recommend the full title, meaning if you can, skip the acronyms and abbreviations. Your channel trailer is a short video displayed on your channel page to unsubscribed viewers. You can use this to give a sense of style, flow, and feel of the content that they will see on your channel. Finally, playlists and shelves organize your content, giving viewers a direct source to playlists featuring content organized by theme or format. So, your channel is set up. Now it's time to do some content planning. And we do recommend planning before you dive into content creation. Having a plan that is achievable and consistent will make the process of launching and maintaining a channel feel less daunting. And like I said, your goal here is consistency. We find channels that have regular, consistent posting schedules have overall better subscriber growth and, as a result, better relationships with their audience. So as much as possible, stick to a consistent release schedule and communicate content breaks in advance. But note that consistency does not mean volume. It's far less important that you post frequently than it is that you post on a reliable schedule. And to do that, keep your content manageable. High production videos are great, but can be very difficult to sustain. Find a balance between content quantity and quality that you can maintain over the long term. To help you think about how to program a channel, we suggest using the Hero, Hub, and Help program model. Let me show you what that means and how you can apply it to your channel. If you've ever had blank page syndrome when writing, you know it can sometimes help to create an outline that you'll fill in later. Hero, Hub, Help is just like that. A useful way of providing your content plan with structure about the kind of content you're going to capture and how often. The time frames on this slide here are suggestions, so adjust according to your own capacity. Hero content is highly produced videos, live streams, or collaborations with YouTube creators and other public figures. This is the most ambitious piece of content, and therefore should happen the most infrequently. Hub content is regularly scheduled, episodic content or live streams that keep your audience coming back. This is your channel's bread and butter, and should be the easiest thing for you to produce reliably and on a consistent schedule. Help content is where civic creators can really shine. This is always on, news responsive content that is designed to answer questions, explain ideas, or address current events. Over the next few slides, I'll show you some examples of hero, hub, and help content in action. Starting with hero. Your goal with hero content is to provide a moment of significant visibility to your content, converting a large amount of casual viewers into long-term subscribers. Think of marquee moments on your calendar and how you might be able to build a signature piece of content around it. This inauguration live stream coverage from Argentina was a big driver of channel subscribers and watch time. Hub content, on the other hand, is more accessible, toned down, and easily produced. This content is built for your existing subscriber base. If a big piece of hero content brought them to your channel, your hub-style content is what usually makes them stick around. This weekly address from Mexican President Andrés Manuel López Obrador's channel is a great example of consistent, reliable posting. Help content is, as mentioned, a great place for civic creators to truly shine. You'll be posting this content more often than hero, but less often than help. Help content aims at filling the search void with a piece of helpful, explanatory content that you are the authoritative source for. This can also be fairly evergreen content, meaning its shelf life will often have a long tail of viewership and watch time. This explainer on Canadian Parliament is an excellent example. And looking at Google Trends for questions and emerging conversation topics is a great way to get some inspiration here. All of this content can come in different shapes, sizes, and formats. And especially early in your YouTube journey, consider leaning into existing formats that online audiences already know. Weekly addresses, Q&A sessions, behind the scenes, listicles, interviews, collabs, explainers, and live streams. As I mentioned earlier, creator collaborations are a great way to harness the amazing power of YouTube's creators. But when approaching a creator collaboration, there are a few things to keep in mind. First, choose thoughtfully. The most popular creator on the platform may not be the best choice. Instead, focus your efforts on creators who already have the audience you most want to reach. Consider what you uniquely offer to the creators as well. Whether it's access to world-class experts or major political events, think about how you could supply opportunities creators wouldn't otherwise have. And finally, create content for your collaborators' channel as well. To fully capitalize on this powerful promotional opportunity, make sure you work with the creator to make an amazing video that they'll post on their channel. Okay, channel set up, plan put in place, it's time to create some content. And because this is where your creativity and unique point of view gets to take center stage, I'm here to just offer a few tips to how to get the most out of the content you capture. First, stay accessible. Remember that YouTube is not TV, and audiences, more often than not, want to see the unfiltered you. Personal content is best, and distance and mystique are not your friends here. So in whatever you do, don't be afraid to grab the camera and talk directly to your audience. Also, while I know this may seem counterintuitive, imperfections are your friend. Don't be afraid to keep your videos rough around the edges. This example from Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez shows how she used YouTube to make herself accessible through a live Q&A session with her community. Second tip, capture great audio. I know it may seem like video should be the priority on YouTube, but truthfully, most cameras these days will get the job done. Good sound, on the other hand, can significantly impact how viewers experience your video. Audiences are typically more forgiving of camera and lighting mistakes than they are of poor audio. Two things to keep in mind here. First, keep audio in mind when choosing locations. Consider how ambient noise or the acoustics in a room, such as an echo, can negatively impact your audio capture. Second, use external microphones. While something as simple as a smartphone can film incredible video, you'll want to use external microphones to record audio of the same quality. And my last creation tip is create in bulk. Creating videos takes time and resources. And particularly if you're working in government or politics, putting digital time on the schedule can sometimes be difficult to do with shifting schedules and priorities. So, if possible, it's always smart to try to maximize the output of your production days. 2 things to help you do that. First, if you can, batch shoot. Whenever possible, get multiple videos of each shoot you do. For instance, if you're interviewing experts within your organization, is it possible to schedule 2 or more in the same day? And next, think flexibly with your footage. Be creative with the extra footage you may capture at different events you go to, and consider how that can be packaged to give you more content to share. Oh, and one more thing. I'm often asked, how long should my video be? Or, is there a perfect video length I should strive for? And the answer, particularly if you're a non-monetizing creator, is no. A video should be as long as it is compelling. If you need 10 minutes, take 10 minutes. If you can get the job done in 7, cut it to 7. You, as the creator, are in control. For our final section here on getting started, let's talk about content discovery. You've planned, captured, and edited great content, and now you're ready to upload. You may wonder how it will perform and how it will get discovered. So let's talk about some things you can do to give your content the best shot at reaching as wide an audience as possible. First, create effective titles and thumbnails. Titles and thumbnails can make a big difference in a viewer's decision to watch your video, especially when they work together. There are 4 best practices to keep in mind here. First, be accurate. Make sure your title and thumbnail combination is a true representation of the video. Think of it like the promise you're making to your audience when they click play. Second, be concise. Try keeping titles under 70 characters and focusing on the most important words and ideas at the front. Third, be searchable. Whenever possible, include search-friendly keywords in your title. And last, be engaging. Use the combination of your titles and your thumbnail to create an engaging tease of the content. Next, give viewers something to do or somewhere to go. For creators in the YouTube Partner Program, in-video links and end cards give you the opportunity to extend watch time on your channel by directing viewers to up to 4 different elements during the last 20 seconds of your video. Think of ways you can create links between your content to drive viewership and deeper connections with your audience. And finally, use YouTube Analytics. Leaning into YouTube's analytics dashboard, combined with Google search trends, can help you test, learn, and grow over time. In fact, let's talk a bit more about YouTube Analytics. This will just be a primer, but should get you on your way. In YouTube Studio, you have access to powerful data tools that can help you iterate and improve your performance over time. But understanding what each metric means and how to glean insight from that data can be hard to navigate when you're first starting out. Here are some of the key stats you should know. First is impressions, which highlight how many times your video thumbnails are shown on YouTube. Next is click-through rate, which shows what percentage of your impressions on YouTube turned into actual views. Next is views, which is just that, a view. But we want to make sure that videos are viewed by actual humans and not computer programs. And so that's why your public and internal-facing view counts can sometimes be delayed as our systems verify the legitimacy of the views. Next is traffic sources, which gives you a sense of how viewers are discovering your content. We'll go into this a bit more depth on the next slide, but more often than not, the vast majority of your views and watch time will come from people viewing your content on the platform. And lastly is watch time, which refers to the amount of time that viewers have spent watching your content and gives you a sense of what is actually being watched, as opposed to clicked and then abandoned. If click-through rate is a measure of the promise you're making to your audience, watch time is a measure of how well you delivered on that promise. Zooming in on traffic sources. The data available in traffic sources breaks out the individual locations wherein your content is surfaced to viewers. Here are the major ones to know. Suggested videos are shown to viewers on the right side of the watch page under Up Next, below the video on the mobile app, and as the next video in autoplay. Browse features refers to traffic generated by the home, trending, and subscription feed. YouTube search looks at the search queries that direct viewers to your content. And notifications are alerts sent when a new video is made public. They can be sent via mobile push alerts or emails. Last but not least, we encourage you to lean into audience data for content ideas and inspiration. With a combination of YouTube analytics and Google Trends, you can track the popularity of various search terms by time period and geography, and see related searches. Consider searching for your name, topics related to your policy or government institutions, and then reviewing related searches for additional insight into future video ideas. All right, we made it. Great job. Here's a quick summary of what we covered and some ideas for next steps as you continue to grow your channel. Remember, before anything else, find your why. It will help guide your channel to the best version of itself and the best reflection of you. Next, invest in branding and clearly communicating who you are and why people should subscribe. Program your content using the hero, hub, and help method, and make sure your program is consistent and achievable based on the resources and time you have to invest in the channel. And lastly, lean into analytics and discovery best practices to give your content the best chance at reaching a wide audience. If you've mastered all those steps, keep going. Experiment with live streams. Reach new and younger audiences with YouTube Shorts. Harness advanced analytics and engage in a creator collaboration. It will definitely be worth it. Thank you so much for watching. Once again, I'm Alex Paterson, your Civics Lead for Canada. Good luck on launching your channel.